This timepiece right here, I'm sure out of all the timepieces, this is one that means possibly the most to me. Before you signed your deal, you may be getting $2,000 a night, $3,000. For you to have a $12,000 timepiece, you know what that meant.
You're hustling.
You going back to that jeweler, hey man, here go $2,000. I'll see you in a week or two. I asked myself, what the was you thinking? Oh man, it's so horrible now that I look at it.
That's how you were feeling at the time.
You do some shit and you look back at it now and like, yo, that watch horrendous. But to me, that's dope boy level when you still have one of those. That motherfucker band limp. It's the biggest boss in the game, Ricky Rozay. WatchGuys, you rocking with us today. I'm finna let you peep some of this huge Rozay collection, you heard me? This is a $1.5 million watch. It's not about price when it comes to timepieces, but to me it's all about the collection. I would not charter a jet until I was ready to buy it.
And what was your first real success in your life?
Oh man, I had to be the biggest. I caught electricity in a bottle with that. I kicked the door in for Ricky Rozay.
10 years from now, if someone watches this interview, what do you want them to understand? What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of My Collection, brought to you by WatchGuys. My name is Robertino Altieri, and today we're joined by one of the biggest bosses to ever do it. For over 2 decades, he's dominated as a singer, songwriter, rapper, actor, entrepreneur, franchise owner, and record label owner of his very own Maybach Music Group. It's a blessing to be here sitting with you today and in front of your very own private jet. Rick Ross, how you doing?
Man, I'm wonderful. Thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you for having us, man. Today we're here to talk mindset and the watches that came with Rick Ross along his journey of his successful career.
I brought out 20 pieces, and to me, I brought out the pieces that really had a story to tell. You understand? So
yeah. Take us through some of them. What's the one that jumps out to you?
I'm gonna start like this. You see, I just took that dope ring.
What is that piece right there?
Oh man, that's
looks heavy.
That, yeah, without a doubt. This is, of course. So this is basically like Ricky Rozay. In my past lifetime, I know I was a Greek god. You dig? So when I pointed this at you, it could only mean 2 things. So you know, I had to get shit like this made. I love pieces, trinkets. This right here is Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, I love it.
Design piece, you know what I mean? So this right here, of course, that's
a fellow Paisan right there, Sylvester Stallone. Man, look at this thing.
That's the homie. So this timepiece right here, I'm sure out of all the timepieces that I brought out today, this is one that means possibly the most to me and really is the least valuable when it comes to price.
Okay.
Because this watch goes back to '06.
Boom.
And you got to remember, when you're a young artist, and let's say if it's in the '05, '06, you just released your big record. Before you signed your deal, your record getting you recognition, and you may be getting $2,000 a night, $3,000 a show. You do 1 or 2 shows a week. But so for you to have a $12,000 timepiece, you know what that meant.
You're hustling.
You going back to that jeweler, hey man, here go $2,000. I'll see you in a week or 2.
Layaway.
It might be 3 weeks, just because you don't want, no pressure. That's for me. When you a boss, you really shouldn't feel no pressure, and that's what this was. You get the bezel done, you go back, you get the Roman dial, and it's so old, but means so much to Rozay. And to me, this just it gives you an idea of when I collect things. Look at this timepiece. Look at that band.
Don't mean nothing. It's the memories that come with it.
It's the memories. It's when Ricky Rozay was still a young artist, still was not known.
But you know what, though? The price really doesn't matter. Back then, it might have.
The price does not determine what it means to you. But for me,
that's what it means to you.
When you go from a mixtape artist, right. If you're an artist and you getting $2,000 or $3,000 a show and you investing in a $12,000 to $15,000 watch, and you taking your time. You taking your time. For me, it just was like, yo, and that's something that I plan on keeping forever.
Forever. You don't ever get rid of it. This is one of the first ones right here?
Without a doubt. That's one of the first
Probably
ones.
Probably an 1803.
That's a 20
right here.
That's a 20-year-old timepiece.
90s, 80s, late 80s or 90s.
Of course,
something
late
like
80s,
that.
Without a doubt.
With the red dial. Beautiful diamonds too.
Oh man, it's the memories.
But I've heard you say before the price doesn't matter. It's the memories.
And,
That's what
and when
it
I
is.
say
Yeah.
that, I say that from an angle of I own a $5 million watch. I own a $3.5 million watch.
Right. Take us back to the when it all started. What was your first real success in your life?
My first real success, maybe when I got my first Geneva watch.
There you
Man,
go. There you go.
I spent $4,500 on it.
Where at?
I got it from the flea market. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Morgan, 183rd Street Flea Market.
Cool.
His name was solid, and man, I made some payments. I got that, man. That shit was
What year? What year? How long ago was that?
That had to be maybe 98.
Wow. In the 90s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was in the 90s. I was a teenager.
Were you doing music then or not yet?
Not really, you know, I was doing music, but I was more of a writer
Gotcha.
versus myself. That was even before I ever put out my first mixtape. That was before that.
Back in that era of Double MG with Meek Mill, French, all those guys, were watches kind of part of that culture?
Without a doubt. That's something me and Meek Mill spoke about on a nightly basis. Every studio session.
Watches.
Why not? Of
Yeah.
course. That was just a part of the motivation. And not that it was a part of our life, not that it dictated our life, but yo, this is some motivation for us. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
That was something that you always dreamed of. When you didn't have timepieces, you was in the studio. Yo, I just want to be able to look at my timepiece. And it's just a reminder, we great. We
That's the
hustle,
level
we
you're at.
winning.
Yeah. I've heard you say before that you let the watches do the talking. Do watches, you feel like, do they make you a boss?
They play a role in you being a boss. Does it make you a boss? Of course not.
But in a room, does a watch say something?
Oh, without a doubt. It introduces everybody to who you is without you saying a word. That's what the timepiece was created for.
Right.
But to me, it's all about the collection. And when I collect things, I had this since '04. It's just 22 years, and it's just about, when I talk about collection, it's a lot, I understand, but when I buy things, I usually keep it. So if you see me with a watch since I've been in the rap game, it's a great chance that I still have it. So yeah, but like I said, it's not about price. This is one of my 6 Jacob watches, and this is actually the Tourbillon.
Oh, wow.
This is a $1.5 million watch, and once again, it's not about price. When it comes to timepieces, there's not a timepiece that's out of my price range. It's just, do Ricky Rozay want it?
Right.
Do we want to enjoy it? Which watch do we wear that night? What's the vibe? Where we going? It's some timepieces that I own I've never worn. It's some that I may not wear for another 5 years. It's just that type of vibe.
Man, this thing's crazy, huh?
It's amazing.
You have a good relationship with Jacob.
Yeah, I've been, you know, it's like when I got in the rap game, when I was still in high school and I was listening to B.I.G., you know, that's who I'm listening to B.I.G. to make, okay, Jacob, that's the one. When you get your paper right, you can't cut no corners.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's what Jewel's all about.
What's this piece right here? That's a cool bracelet. They don't make it like that anymore.
No.
That was a limited edition. Nugget Rolex. Look at that thing. You put both on with that one.
Of course.
You match it.
Of course.
Oh man.
Of course you
Look
do.
at this. Yeah. What year did you buy this? With this
I've
too.
had to have that at least 15 years.
It's a rare stone dial right here, guys.
I may have wore that watch, that timepiece with the bracelet.
This thing's
Maybe
crazy right
3
here.
times.
That's it.
That's it. Everything ain't for, you know, it's
Everything.
as a
Yep.
performer,
Yeah.
it's certain pieces I'm comfortable with performing in. It's some things I just want to put on a silk shirt and lay around the pool in.
Yeah. This is a Miami watch right here,
That's
though.
Miami shit.
This is a real
That's
Miami
kingpin
watch.
shit right there.
Man. This is a really rare watch too.
Oh man,
This one
yeah.
was discontinued in 2021.
Okay, I'm glad you know. That's
The
yeah.
retail price on it 6,000, but this watch goes well over 25,000 right
Well
here.
over. I was offered.
Well over.
I want to say maybe 30K.
Yep.
Perfect timing. Tiffany blue Rolex. The Tiffany blue Mansory Rolls Royce.
We sold one for 29. It was a discontinued 2021 year. It kind of depends on the year, what year you're getting it in.
Right.
This one still has the factory case back sticker too, so all your stuff is like new.
When I buy it, I usually just get it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And where?
You go to dinner, you go to whatever the vibe is. I'm not really
Let me ask you this: where do you buy watches?
different places.
Like direct from the AD?
Of course, you go direct. Then sometimes you deal with a dealer.
Someone like me.
Yeah, some things it's nothing wrong for me dealing with the dudes I trust.
We built a business on speed, customer satisfaction, but you're able to buy what you want when you want it from me. If you go to the AD, you can't always buy what you want.
No, you got to be patient.
Got to be patient.
You got to be patient. You wait on the call. You wait on this.
Right.
And you of course you pull a few strings, but you do have to be patient.
But your time is valuable.
But you got to realize, I shop differently. Rozay ain't got no time for that.
That's what I'm saying.
When I walk into the jeweler, 99% of the time I buy shit that I've never planned on buying. When I see it, I like it.
You liked it, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Right.
I want it.
Got some APs, Hublots. Tell me about these Aviation watches. Because I don't see these a lot.
Yeah.
In my store, we don't, like I said, we deal mainly Rolex and AP.
Man, I love what Aviation is doing. Ever since he opened his down in Midtown, down at Art Deco, like I said, I love what he's doing.
Man.
I love
it's a beautiful
stones.
Piece, yep.
I love the time that he put into it, and it's certain. I got the pink one, the blue one, the gold.
Pink
I
one,
call
the
that,
blue one.
yeah, I call this the glazed donut.
This one right here?
Yeah, this is the first piece I ever bought from, because I
That's
just
the first
love,
one?
this is the first timepiece, just because I love the frost that was on the band. I was like, I don't have anything like that. I want it.
Yeah. Rose gold frosted. Yeah, the dial's almost even nicer on this one. But these stones, a nice color. It's nice, bro.
And to me, that's what it's all about. I go to dinner, boom, 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 that's what we doing.
Right. Got a meteorite dial date over here too.
Look at this. This go back, man. You know what year this go back to?
How much?
Come on, man.
What?
This had to be in 08.
This one?
Yeah. Just being different, being creative.
Wow.
It's just like I've taken a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Gave it to Mansory, changed the entire interior.
Yeah.
I want it back. I wanted it custom. I'm creative. I'm an artist. If I'm on shrooms, if I'm smoking, I want a black diamond dial, just so when I wear a black long sleeve silk shirt, and that's what I'm a young dude. I did that's close to 20 years.
Wow. Yeah, this is a Rolex Submariner 16613 with the Ricky Rozay touch on this one.
Oh man, it's so horrible now that I look at it.
Yeah.
You see, that's the fun thing about when, just being creative.
Yeah.
You do some shit and you look back at it now and like, yo, that watch horrendous. But
that's how you were feeling at the time.
I had the opportunity to have fun and make that happen.
Right.
And guess what? I still have it to enjoy it.
Right. Hey guys, if you're loving this content so far, the best way to support us is to hit the like button, comment, and make sure to subscribe to our channel. More than 80% of our viewers watching this episode have not yet subscribed. Be sure to subscribe. We have another very exciting guest coming next month. You guys won't want to miss that person. Back to the episode with Rick Ross. When you were coming up, is there anyone that you remember that was big on watches?
Without a doubt.
Who's that?
Oh man, Versace Neal was his name. Big boy, big dope boy. That's what we called him, Versace Neal. He was the only one before we could even pronounce Versace. We used to try to say that shit all kind of ways, but he had a timepiece. That and the story in the hood was that if he pulled the pin out, a helicopter would be there in 30 minutes.
So tell me about your record hustling.
Every damn hustling, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just I caught electricity in a bottle with that. That's what that was my way of life. That was my way of living. That's what I truly believed in.
That's what started it,
Yeah,
huh?
that's what started it. That kicked the door in for Ricky Rozay.
Did that make you feel like, was there pressure to look like success after that hit record for you?
No, not for me. It wasn't no pressure to look like success.
No.
It was just a reality, and what, you know, it was time for me to decide, was I gonna be great? Was I gonna be amazing? Was you gonna be happy with this one record and your little BMW?
Right.
Or were you gonna take it to that next level? And that's what I did.
So you started Double MG in 09. Why did you, unlike some rappers, they just rap,
Right.
sync songwriters, whatever it is. Why'd you go that route of starting a record label?
Oh man, I had to be the biggest. I'm telling you, I'm the biggest boss, and not only that, I meant it. It wasn't, I'm just like, everybody has it's only so many things you could do in certain positions of your life. And the position I was in at that time, I was doing as much as I could, but that was my way of telling you, it's the plan. I'm gonna be the CEO of the label, and we gonna make some shit happen.
What challenges did you face starting the record label, starting off? What made it hard to get it going? Or was it hard?
Yeah, without a doubt. Anything you trying to make history, and it's gonna be hard. But it's the lack of knowledge. You know, you gotta have the music without a doubt. We understand that. You gotta have everything around the music to become a superstar, to create superstars. But it's also knowledge. That's what you need, and that's what's the most valuable in any business.
The knowledge.
Without a doubt. You could sell biscuits. You could have the best dough, the best glaze, the
Right.
best oven.
Right.
But man, you gotta make sure that breakdown in the paperwork between the manufacturers, the distributors, and yourself is A1.
And you know every role. You have
You
to.
better believe it. You gotta make sure you maximize in the moment.
What's your favorite everyday watch right now? Do you have one?
I don't have a favorite everyday watch
No.
because my vibe changes. You know?
Yeah.
I'm smoking today, I'm chilling, I may have on silk,
Like you
or I
said.
may just have on a white t-shirt, whatever it is. You know what I mean? I'm pulling Nikes out, going raw dog, no socks with the
Yep.
Patek. Whatever it is.
What watch is that right now? The Patek?
Come
Iced
on.
out.
You know what that is.
Man.
You already know what that is. And to me, you know what these timepieces tell? Of course, these are not my most expensive, but they tell you a story of consistency. Me beginning at the bottom. Look at that, man. To me, that's dope boy level when you still have one of those. That motherfucking band limp. And guess what? I still love it. Do I wear it? Of course not. But it's in my safe.
Give me another good story about one of these watches. Anything jump out to you?
Why not? Of course.
Why not?
It's right here. This is the King Power Hublot watch, gifted to me by none other than the greatest producer in the history of rap music, Dr. Dre.
The Doc.
The Doc. You niggas can't even get Dr. Dre to get on Instagram. And guess what? Dr. Dre came to Miami, brought this to the club at my party, man. Everybody just looking like, yo, it ain't many people. Rozay got Hove in the club
Yeah.
at Miami. Rozay got Dr. Dre in the club, and Dr. Dre had, you know, the bottles came out the whole nine. He
Right.
looked back. Chick gave him the box. He busted open. Rozay, much love, man.
Yeah.
Shit right here, man. So that's just, you know, I've got watches as gifts from, of course, DJ Khaled, Drake. You know, the list goes on, but you know, just for Dre to come out, man.
It's a heavy ass
this
watch
Dre,
right here.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Dre, man. That meant more to me, that, you know, than a lot of shit.
When did you start working with Dre? What was the first record?
It was actually some of his music, you know.
Some of his stuff?
Dre, yeah. I actually was out in LA.
Early
Shout out to
2000s?
Breon. No, I'm sure this was a little later. I'm sure this may have been 2011, 2010, 2012.
Freaking heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's freaking heavy. This is heavier.
Again, everybody on those, y'all let us know what year that was when Ricky, Rozay, and Dre was in the club and I got that timepiece. Please just let us know.
And guys, make sure to subscribe to see more content like this.
Without a doubt, get that exclusive shit.
Yeah.
You can only get this when it's official. Watch guys, baby.
It's the Cartier skeleton right here.
Better believe it.
You do make your pieces you, man. Which is nice. What's the story on this one?
That was one of those, you know, that Cartier craze, man. It was just, you know, Cartier was
Cartier
always
craze.
a brand. Yeah.
There's still a craze right now.
Without a doubt.
Oh my God.
That's the Cartier
Almost
craze.
more than ever.
See, my mom was, since I was young, always spoke so highly of Cartier.
Uh-huh.
You know, that was like her brands, Louis Vuitton and Cartier. So I've always had
see through that one, through the camera right there.
For Cartier, and when I saw the skeleton, when I found out I could get it blown all the way out like that, I needed it.
Yeah, no, this is different right here.
That's a beautiful timepiece. It's beautiful. I haven't worn that in maybe
I think one of my favorites in your collection.
2 or 3 years.
This is classy right here. It's really nice. Did you gift Cartiers to your mom? Some watches?
How about for Valentine's, she just got a new Cartier. I'm talking last week. She just got another one. She loves Cartier. So
What'd you get her?
One
of the new Cartiers?
Of course.
Yeah. Look at this one. No face. It's just a bracelet.
Oh yeah, you gotta, that's just a bracelet to go with. So just so when you know, when Ricky Rozay, that says what? Friday, Feb 13th, right?
Yep.
That's when it was delivered to mom.
Oh, wow. There it is right there. Share that. Damn.
To me, you know, just for mom, man. That's for
just
mom.
For moms, yeah.
Yeah, anything for the team. Shout out to my sister, man. She make that shit happen.
Yeah, shout out for sure. Sitting here in front of your hangar, $35 million private jet, the car's around. What does real hustling mean to you today?
Real hustling means everything that you believe is possible or that you're capable of. Not only that, but it's much more. Because when I was a young hustler, I wanted an SUV and a Mercedes Benz and a nice crib in a hood with a gate around it. Until I really got to making moves and getting to see what the possibilities truly were. So,
what still motivates you today?
Oh man, there's still a lot of history to be made. I don't believe it was ever a specific dollar amount because I'm sure I would have been hit that.
I've heard $1 billion, $3 billion, a couple of different things.
Yeah. When I throw numbers around, it's gotta be multiple B's.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just me being honest. Whoever thought I grew up a few blocks over from here. Riding by here, may my father rest his soul in peace, but we never, you know, that was just something you never thought of. Yeah.
Right.
But so when I think now, I'm thinking big, and now I believe 3 B's may not have been big enough.
Is that right?
Yeah. We may be there next year.
That's crazy, bro. Right? Come on.
Yeah.
Keep pushing. Talk a lot about treating yourself. What does that really mean to you? That thing right there?
Right.
And you said staying within your budget.
Oh, without a doubt. That's meaning if you want to go get that, you got to know what you're demanding of yourself. When you want to build your home on Star Island from the ground up with koi fish swimming through the marble, you better accept and understand what you're demanding of yourself. And in my case, what I demand of myself, I actually love. This is the energy. Yo, we finna go sit down and do an interview with the WatchGuys. I can't fucking wait. Roll the joint up, let's go.
Right.
It's too easy.
Tell me about like the investment side. What you think about owning a hangar like this? What is it? There's an investment aspect to it.
It is a huge investment aspect.
Because it's not just having a hangar. You can use it for business. What else? What do you use this thing for?
This is most definitely, okay, when I say event space,
and the jet.
I don't mean an event space as in a club, you pay. No, this is where I gather business partners, close friends. Let's discuss some plays. Let's win. That's what interests me the most. When we go out to dinner, we could go to Carbone. Of course, I love the rigatoni, heavy marinara,
Right.
the Luke Belaire champagne, but let's talk business. Let's talk money. That's what's going to make the night really fun for me. So that's what this is for me. When I invite homies over, friends over, let's have these discussions, but let's also talk about South Beach Brew, my beer company.
Uh-huh.
When I invite those guys over, whatever we doing, that's what it is.
This is where you do it.
Of course, that's
Yeah.
what it's for.
And you're only flying private, huh?
You got to understand, me being an artist, I flew commercial for 20 years and I have nothing wrong with that. While I was flying commercial, I told myself I would not charter a jet until I was ready to buy it. And I was watching other artists charter those planes, other artists that I was much more financially stronger than, but I watched them do that, and it's nothing wrong with that, but I told myself, and I waited those 20 plus years.
Right.
And when it was time for me, it was an investment.
It was necessary time to wait.
Oh, without a doubt.
How'd you know when you were ready?
Oh man, just when I was to a position where I could buy it and not worry about anything, dealing with it for 2 years. That's before.
Nothing affecting you.
No
stress.
Let's get it. Now let's continue to go. Let's go do those performances. But while we doing those performances, let's also capitalize and promote our 30 plus partnerships. So when I go do a party in Vegas, when I go do an after party in Cali, like I just did, and you saw,
I saw that. Yeah.
Busta Rhymes,
Yep.
Bud Crawford,
French,
the champ,
Bud.
French. When you see me doing that, it's not just Ricky Rozay picking up that little pocket change for the performance, but I'm also promoting my 30 plus partnerships.
So talk to us about your new book coming out, Renaissance of a Boss.
Renaissance of a Boss. Once
Yeah.
again, my first 2 books, both New York Times bestsellers. Thank everybody who got them. But it's all about pushing that reset button. The Renaissance of a Boss. That's what it really is. It's like you get to a point, you broke all rules, you've became hugely successful, and like you just said, what's next?
Yeah.
What do you take it to next? That's the reset button. That's the Renaissance of a Boss.
How has the perception of a boss changed for you right now?
I don't believe the perception changed.
Hasn't changed?
Nah, because I think being a boss is making sure you following, what you love most, what you set out to do. And it's a lot of times you may not be doing what you love, but is it the goal? Are you doing what you set out to do? And as long as you're doing that, you a motherfucking boss. And regardless of what position of life you in, as long as that's what you set out to do, you a boss.
You famously stayed away from stocks and Bitcoin.
Famously.
How do you decide what to invest in? What your money goes into?
Ricky Rozay, I don't want to lose, first and foremost. I want to win. What has won continuously over and over and over for Ricky Rozay is real estate. And I've expressed that. I've done business with Bitcoin. I have seen highs. I've seen lows with it.
Low right now.
It's a very low right now from my understanding.
Very low.
But I also have an online casino, bitfortune.com. I've seen numbers hit. So I see what you see. But for Rozay, I love real estate.
Yeah.
I want a high rise. I've been over in Dubai. I'm looking around in Miami. It's different things I want to do. My crib I bought on Star Island. I spent $37 million for it. I put a little over 20 in it, but it's just estimated value is $100 million. It's not a million. It's not a lot of places where you could damn near double your profit in 2 years, right under 3 years. And playing with those type of numbers. So those are the numbers I'm gonna speak highly of, and on my social media platform, I'm gonna let everybody who follow me know what I'm winning with.
What was the best retail business that you've owned, or franchise that you've owned? Maybe that came to us as a surprise to you.
Oh man, I've done a few things that's won. You gotta understand, I began with Wingstop just because I love lemon pepper wings. Nah,
We doing thighs.
and worked up close to 50 franchises. And now, you know, we
Is that a
going
50
over.
now? 50?
No, we worked up close to 50.
Gotcha.
You know, it was in the 40s. What the exact number, I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
We created a system that everyone knew at Wingstop, if it was a great location, you could bring it to us and I would buy it. It was all about location because I had a great team, and man, we pushed out a lot of $1 million franchises. So franchises I could go buy for 300,000.
Yeah.
That next year I made 1 million out of that one franchise, and I've had franchises that made 1 million plus a year. You know, and of course you have some. It's just like, you know, you have some that win and some that may not. But
Let me ask you this personally, because right now I own WatchGuys. I'm the CEO.
right,
Before WatchGuys, I was doing marketing agencies, working for other people, a lot of different people. They were paying me a lot of money to run their companies.
facts.
Once I started focusing on my own company, now I'm doing stuff like this. But once I'm able to focus on one thing, that's really when it started growing. I started building my empire. How did you go from just doing maybe rapping or whatever it was at the beginning to having people able to manage things for you? There's a next level. What's the next level? How do you get there?
Oh man, for Ricky Rozay, it's buying 5% of the Miami Heat, buying 5% of the Miami Dolphins. That's the next level for me. You know what I'm saying? So when I think about myself, that's where I want to go to. That's what I see. And other than that, let's continue building these brands. Of course, doing what we love, which is the music. That's first and foremost.
Right.
But also, we own a beer company now. We have, you know, the #1 premium rum in the world, and this is not just this is Bumble rum. Do your shit with your fingers, you do. You know, but it's the #1 premium rum in the world. Luke Belair, some of the best bubbles in the world. So I have, you know, some of the greatest partners in the world, and we doing amazing things. So let's keep going.
But it's partners, people managing your stuff with you, for you.
No,
You have your touch
okay,
on it.
no. When I say partners,
Mm-hmm.
when I speak of Sovereign Brands and Luke Belair and Bumble Rum, that's
Right.
Brett Barish. You know, that's who created Ace of Spades. That's who created Douce, and we partners doing other few things. And my team is my sister and my mother. My mother, the matriarch, and my sister. Those are the geniuses, and of course we have our, the foundation that make it happen.
Yeah.
But I keep the circle real small.
Got to. Tell us about the car show. June 13th?
The June 13th, man,
Okay.
the biggest car and bike event of the year. This is number 5. We got a few of the whips.
Got to look at those
Yeah, why not,
in a
man?
minute.
Yeah.
Where's the car show?
The car show in Fayetteville, Georgia at the Promised Land.
Okay.
350 plus acres, my estate. Without a doubt, man. It's
Oh,
amazing, man. Every year, it's been nothing but great vibes, great energy, the best cars, bikes you can see.
love it.
You know, entrepreneurs, networking, a lot of food, a
Yep.
lot of fun.
Yep.
And I look forward to it, man. It's going to be crazy.
I'm looking forward to it too. Before the watches, I actually was doing a car business.
Oh, that's
But
amazing.
you know what? The cars, it's too many zeros to roll, and the title takes 30 days to come back. So you can't really recuperate your money until after 30 days. With the watches, I can sell this, and get the
Soon
money
as the
back
wire hit, bam,
right away.
it's done.
Boom. Yeah, as soon as
Too easy.
the wire.
Too easy.
Cars, you need a lot more money.
Too
it's a
easy.
great business. Same motto, really.
Easy. Too easy.
Yeah. 10 years from now, if someone watches this interview, what do you want them to understand about being a boss and hustling, everything?
Oh man, I just find a way for you to be happy. You know what I'm saying? When I said biggest boss, when I said every day I'm hustling, that's actually what I meant. So that's what I'm still doing. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun doing it. We collected artifacts, and that's not just timepieces. That's everything that we love, anything that that we desire. So this is just one of those many aspects. Like when I think back as a young artist, I ask myself, what the fuck was you thinking when you told a jeweler? And when I sit there and when I really think about it, I just say, Rozay, you just really, when you was in that jewelry store, you just wanted to help paint that picture so the world could see what I seen in myself. when I was in her, that's what I believe, that's what it was for me. I still got this shit, boy. This shit 20 plus years old.
Guys, if you're interested in buying or selling Rolex watches, Patek Philippe, APs, anything, be sure to visit WatchGuys.com. Took a look at Rick Ross's collection today. He's got plenty more, but this is what he brought us. Beautiful collection of watches, one of the biggest.
This is the D. Wade Hublot.
That one is?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Oh yeah,
Without
see
a
the
doubt.
3 right here.
Without a doubt.
You go to a lot of Miami games? You used to?
Fuck with him the long way.
Yeah.
You know, when D. Wade, when Shaq was there, when Braun was there, that was a different type of party. That was a different type
crazy,
of
huh?
life. That was different.
Basketball hasn't been like that in a while.
Oh man, it's most definitely been different
Yeah.
in Miami, without a doubt. That
Like-
shit was different. When you'll see,
Come on, man.
and y'all add that effect right there. Let's look up at the sky. Come on.
Guys, be sure to subscribe again if you want to see more episodes like this. Thanks for tuning in to Rick Ross's collection.
Hey, y'all better make sure you motherfucking subscribe. If you a motherfucking boss, whatever it is you doing, lock in, watch guys. This the fly shit when it come to not just watches and timepieces, but just rare artifacts in life. You dig?
Boom.
You see this? I stick this in your. Nah, I ain't gonna say that.
Do this one more time.
Come on, you ready?
Yeah, ready?
Okay.
Boom. The biggest.
The biggest. Much love, man.
Thank you, baby.
Too easy.
Appreciate it. Let's go.